Well, the oldest international derby is going to be played today between Scotland and England. This is one of the oldest derbies you'll ever witness in the game of football, as far as the game of football is really concerned. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. Guys, how is your day? Hope you're really having a very fantastic evening, and we're here to bring you some hot stories about what is happening down this lane of Aaron Ramsdale starting for England, Tierney in the starting 11 of the side of Scotland. Smash the like button close to 400 times. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I've gone ahead to call in for your votes. You can as well go into the live chat and obviously tell me who do you think is going to win this beautiful game of football between Scotland and England, because it's a huge one. I think they last met, was it in the World Cup, if I'm not mistaken, but they really had a very heavy meeting that obviously saw them face themselves in a way that costed or really lifts up the tempers. And even if it's a friendly, it's obviously going to really be highly attended to, and the tempers are really going to be high. The adrenaline is going to be beyond normal. That's why it's a game that I'm really waiting to obviously see here onto my tele, because I anticipate that lots of things are really going to happen in this beautiful fixture. So, Rokan David is my name, and this is the Football News Show as we bring you what team news has gone ahead to surface, as Aaron Ramsdale has told you in the video I did earlier today that he's going to start for England. Now, what is the starting 11 for England that has gone ahead to be named by the manager, Gareth Southgate? Now, in goal it's Aaron Ramsdale. I think this is one of the games that we've seen him start, and I don't even remember when Aaron Ramsdale was in between the stitches, the goal of England. Kyle Walker comes back to play as the right back of England, and he's starting with the right back. And remember, he scored in their recent game that saw them draw with Ukraine 1-1. Remember, Zichenko was the one who first, I think, gave Ukraine the lead, and then another guy came in through known as Kyle Walker, and obviously did the needful. Now, I don't know why Calvin Phillips has been played onto the left back. This is a mistake. I think Kieran Trippier is going to be played into the left back. This is a mistake made, and I want to rectify it. It's all about Kieran Trippier playing on the left back. Then Mark Guehi, this guy is really great. To me, to get to know a lot about this guy, it was last season, the beginning of last season of the Premier League, when Arsenal was beating Crystal Palace by 2 goals to 1. And guess what happened? Guess what happened? He really played very well, and that's when I got to know about him, when he was really pairing himself with Anderson in that central defense of Crystal Palace. Then Dunk is playing into the right side of the central defense. Remember, Dunk plays for Brighton. That is it. He's starting onto the right side of the central defense, and Mark Guehi is playing onto the left side of the central defense. Shows you that he was not convinced with how Harry Maguire defended. Remember, in that goal that they conceded, in that goal that England conceded against Ukraine, it was Harry Maguire who obviously went and marked Mark Guehi instead. So that is unacceptable when it comes to this man, that is Gareth Southgate, and Harry Maguire has been benched this time round. Declan Rice is obviously playing into the midfield alongside Jude Bellingham and Calvin Phillips. That is it. I think that midfield is obviously going to be so much good to watch. It's a joy to watch if at all you're a person who really enjoys the beautiful game of football and how it flows, because they can both pass the ball, they're really press resistant, their energy levels are really high, and the big question is, why is the manager of the national team of England trying to force a player who has not even kicked a game at Man City, that is Calvin Phillips, into his team, and other players have not gone ahead to be really called up for the national team? That's going to be the hardest question for him to answer. Now, the front three, Rashford, left forward. Obviously, we know that's where Marcus Rashford thrives better when it comes to playing this game of football. He thrives better when he's playing that side of the left attacking side of the midfield. Now, look at Phil Foden. Phil Foden, to me, I think the manager of England got to know that really made a very huge mistake when he was really addressing the media about Phil Foden, because he was asked why Phil Foden doesn't play a lot, yet he can also play in the midfield. He said that's where he doesn't see him as a player. Yet at Man City, we've seen him graduate as one of the most versatile players. Apart from playing as a CDM, he can play all the rest of the positions of the team going forward, and it obviously went ahead to say to it that he brings him to start into the right forward position. And I like this player, Phil Foden. Even though I support Man United, there are players that I really die for, and I just wish that Man United. Phil Foden is a very, very good player. Harry Kane is leading the line for the side of England, as you see it there for you, and obviously he needs to poach those goals for England. But this team is obviously looking great, and I like to see it when McGahey and Dunk are given a chance. But here I'm asking myself why Tomori is not into this, because Tomori, however much they went ahead to call him, they're not going ahead to give him a chance to obviously come through and obviously do his job very well. Tomori, to me, Tomori is the best right-sided centre-back of England. Is it because he plays for the side of Serie A that is not rated by the manager? But to me, Tomori is really one of those. And England is going to play a system of 4-3-3. We go to Scotland and how they're obviously lining up tonight. They're having a gun in goal. That is it. They're playing a system of 3-4-2-1. And Porteous on the right side of the three-man defense, Henry at the center of three-man defense, and Tierney at the left of the three-man defense. That is it. So Aaron Hickey is one of those that is playing as a right wing back. That is Aaron Hickey. Then Robertson is playing as a left wing back. Scott McTominay and McGinn are playing into the double pivot of this system, of this team. Then Gilmore and McGregor playing as central attacking midfielders, as Che Adams is leading the line. So when you look at the team of Scotland, it's really in epic form. And they've gone ahead to obviously score very many goals and obviously cause trouble to very many teams. Scott McTominay has gone ahead to score 6 goals and is the top scorer alongside Rasmus Højlund and is it Harry Kane when it comes to the qualifier tournament of the Euros. And Scott McTominay has obviously gone ahead to thrive through that position by being given liberty by the manager to obviously thrive and obviously cause havoc to the teams. When we go to the substitutes of these respective teams, we are having let's start it off with Scotland. John Scooter, Leon Dykes, Ryan Chrisley, Robbie McCrory, Scott McKenna, Stuart Armstrong, Lewis Ferguson, Kevin Nesbitt, Ryan Jack, Xander Clark, Nathan Patterson, Kenny McLean, Lawrence Sankland. Then for England, they're having Ben Chilwell, Sam Johnston, Jadon Henderson, Harry Maguire, Fikayo Tomori, Bukayo Saka, Eberechi Eze, to me one of my best players this season, Levi Colwell, James Maddison, Conor Gallagher, Jordan Pickford, Callum Wilson, and Eddie Nketiah. So I thought by the Eddie Nketiah was going to start this game, but Eddie Nketiah has been benched. But this call-up, I think, was really good for him. And when you look at the team of England, they obviously have to give him at least some games to play in here for you. So guys, send me your thoughts about this beautiful game of football. But England and Scotland, there is no friendly. It's a derby that always goes back to the rivalries that saw the kingdoms, different kings, really fight between Scotland and United Kingdom. So it's really high. I'm seeing the players soon stepping on the field of play, and obviously you guys are going to be getting what we call the match reaction when this game really gets done, because it's really it's really having high tensions. That is it. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rock and David is my name. I predict, look like Scotland, I see a draw written over this game, and it's a win. I see it going to Scotland. I see it going to Scotland because Scotland is at home. They're having very many people around them. Fans are going to cheer them endlessly, and I hardly see a win for this side of. I hardly see a win for the side of England. Even though they bring on Bukayo Saka and the rest of the players, I don't really see them really take a win from Scotland. So guys, your predictions are welcome in the comment section below, and allow me end this poll and see what your predictions are. I'm having Mwemenke James, good evening boss, thank you for watching in. Alexander Cools, it's good for Ramsdale. I remain Alexander, the blood of Arsenal. Right, thank you very much for watching through the blood of Arsenal. And let me end this poll and see how you guys have gone ahead to really predict this beautiful game of football. And 83% are predicting an England win. You guys, do you know Scotland? Do you know Scotland? Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But I don't see England winning this game in Scotland. Then 11% have called in for a win of Scotland, and a 5% result calling in for a draw between Scotland and England. So guys, thank you very much for being on this channel, and we are obviously calling it a day. I'm having Rugumayo Edgar win for England, Eddie UG. You know, Scotland is a force to reckon with, guys. Don't undermine the efforts of Scotland, and they are home. You guys, that's what you're forgetting. They are home, and the stadium where they are going to really play this beautiful game of football is known as Hampden Park. That's where the game of football is obviously going to be played, and its capacity is 51,866 people. That's its capacity, and you obviously know that it's having close to 40,000 fans. For Scotland and England might be having only 10,000 fans. So let's put respect to the name of Scotland, and let's wait and see how this pans out. I promise you that the match reaction is going to be on as soon as this game of football is done. As I've told you, there is no friendly between Scotland and England. I sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God bless you abundantly. And Rock and David remains my name. We